Good evening, friends. Welcome back to the Castro Valley News live show. Oh, wow. Right into the roll call first, and one of my favorites. Good evening to Cali Life. Hope you're doing well tonight. My name is Roberto. This is the Castro Valley News live show. We do this Tuesdays and Saturdays. Good evening to Dennis. I hope you're doing well. And a good Saturday evening to you as well, Dennis. If you're not familiar with the show, we start the show off and we do with what we call a. Let me start that again. If you're not familiar with the show, we start the show off with what we call the roll call, which is where we get to say hello to each other, and folks who post a comment get a shout out. It's a fun way for us to get to know each other's names, first names, and see who else is watching, see who else is out there. Yes. So if you're listening and you want to shout out, just post up a comment, and I'll say I'll give you a shout out. I won't mention your last name because I know it's respectful to people's privacy, but I apologize, guys. I started off the show with all this wonderful energy and gumption, and like many other shows, my mind is doing laps around my mouth. But anyways, because I'm thinking things before I can actually say them, so I'm saying things twice, saying things wrong. But I appreciate your patience. Good evening to Barbara. Yes, Barbara says, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is staying warm. Yes, it is what they call a three-dog night. And I do this every time. I got one dog behind me. He will be keeping me warm later. And I apologize. I had to remove my gum. I think I told this story before. There was a teacher that my brother had as well. I won't say her name because she might be known in the community. And if you were caught chewing gum in her class, she'd make you stick it on your forehead. I personally never had to put my gum on my forehead in her class. I think my brother might have. But it was enough to where the rumor spread around campus that don't chew gum in this teacher's class because she'll make you put it on her forehead. If my mom is listening in, she's probably belting out a hearty laugh because I know she remembers the teacher, and I know she remembers the story very well. So with that zesty tidbit of history out of the way, Barbara, thank you for the 200 stars. You are awesome. And also during this broadcast, you can support the page by sending stars. They are a digital gift that helps us earn money. If you look over here near where the comments are, there's like a pull down thing or a roll down thing. If you click it, gives you an option to buy stars. And I don't know, actually I do know. I have a handy dandy little cheat sheet here that gives kind of the lowdown when it comes to purchasing stars. Come on, preview. I got a spinning wheel here. 45 stars, 99 cents, 145 stars, 2.99, 310 stars, 5.99. So they're not horribly expensive. But the cool thing is, for every star that you purchase for us, Facebook gets 1 cent. We get the rest of them. So it's a really cool way for you to support us if you would like to. If you would not like to, that's okay. We love you just the same. And I need to mention also, thank you, Barbara. Wow, you have been sending stars 4 weeks in a row. You are awesome. I appreciate your support, Barbara. Thank you. Looking in the comments, making sure I'm not missing any folks who want to shout out. Good evening, Jean. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday. I hope everyone's staying warm as well. And also, since we're talking about, yes, Cali Life says, awesome, Barbara. Yes, thank you again, Barbara, for the 200 stars. And Barbara has been sending stars 4 weeks in a row. That's amazing. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, moderator, but I think is Facebook still Meta Facebook still doing the double star thing? Either way, the stars help us, and we appreciate it a great deal. It's wonderful. When I first saw the information on the star thing, it kind of blew my mind because more times than not, it seems like Facebook is just seems to be of the ilk of just creating things to make themselves more money, which this kind of is. But it's actually really cool that they're offering their live content creators means to make money from their viewers. So it's cool in that respect. Of course, Meta is going to make some money off it, which is expected. There's nothing on Facebook that is not a means for them to make money. It's a wonderful platform. Like I think I've blathered on numerous times. There's some downsides to social media. It seems, and I just wanted to mention this like for a quick second because there was a post earlier today where someone it was a post about the bakery in the village, and the line in the village for the line outside the bakery in the village was amazing. They're at the Lime Leaf location. They're kind of across from they are directly across from Vitality Bowls, and shout out to Deborah over at Vitality Bowls. Great person. But the new bakery where Lime Leaf was, they had a line going all the way to where Nick the Greek is. And there was a photo that I took of the line, and there were some people who mentioned that they wanted to have more information. Wait, Eileen, thank you for the 100 stars. I appreciate that. And wow, Eileen has been sending stars 5 weeks in a row. Thank you so much, Eileen. I appreciate that. And again, I'm gonna not even mention the whole thing about whatever I was just gonna mention. I already forgot it already, so it's good. But right down here, if you click in where you can make the comments, there's a little option there that says you can send stars. So they're not free, you have to purchase them, but the cool thing is for every star that you send, Facebook gets 1 penny. I mean, for the overall purchase, Facebook gets 1 penny per star. We get the rest, and it's awesome. I have seen regular checks, not checks. Sorry. I've seen regular notifications from Meta that they're shooting money our way. So it's not a hoax, guys. Oh, God, I just said hoax. Gosh. It's not. It's real. It's legit. It's happening. The stars are real. So with that said, we're still doing the roll call. If you want to shout out, post something up. Ross. Good evening, Ross. Hope you're doing well. And Ross is a star sender, and I think just for 1 week, but for that 1 week, Ross, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. And Ross is awesome tagging Deanna. So Deanna, if you're out there and you're watching as well, good evening to you. Yes, Barbara says, saw the line this afternoon, love seeing a bakery locally. We also have, there's Karen Johnson's bakery that is over by Lucky's. Karen is awesome. I've known Karen for a lot of years. Karen used to have a booth at the farmer's market. If you're not familiar with it, Castro Valley also has a farmer's market every Saturday. I think it's 9 to 1 or 9 to 3 p.m. BART parking lot. Check it out. Wonderful stuff. Karen Johnson used to be there. There's wonderful vendors. There's live performers. You name it, the farmer's market got it. They have it. Personally, I used to go a lot of times. I haven't been in a while. But it is a wonderful resource in the community. You can actually make a wonderful day of going to the farmer's market, and you can just cross Redwood. You can go to the library and you can check out the library's wonderful bookstore, or you can check out anything else that our wonderful library has. I will take any opportunity possible to plug the library bookstore, the volunteers that are at the library, the bookstore. Barbara says, I'll have to go by Karen's. I did not know about it. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank me later when you try some of Karen's delicious stuff. Barbara, just a FYI, Karen is only open on Saturdays, but she has a website. I'm gesticulating like Bill Clinton again, but she does have a website, so you can look up stuff there. Barbara, I highly recommend the cowboy cookies, or just order anything from Karen, and hopefully you will be there on a day when she's there and her mom is there, and you can talk to them. They're super, super awesome people. I love Karen Johnson. I love talking to her about things that are happening in town. She is super passionate about baking and cooking. If our moderator is in the house, I am going to ask him to go to YouTube and pull up the restaurant review we did with Chef Igor at Karen Johnson's Bakery. Another one where Igor just grand slammed it. Because Igor knows so much about cooking and baking. It was wonderful to get his expertise on that. And I'm telling you guys, this is not a paid advertisement. Karen Johnson knows her stuff. Karen Johnson concocts and cooks and creates some delicious stuff in that little spot that she has. It's near not Katsu. It's near Genghis, but Lucky Shopping Center. If you know where Doug's place is, basically turn around and look, and you'll see Karen Johnson's Bakery. But again, I think she's only open on Saturdays, but you can do phone and online orders. If you do go patronize her shop, good for you. You're very lucky because her stuff is delicious. And also tell her that Robert from Castro Valley News sent you, and also tell her that I send my very best to her. I haven't seen her in a minute, and love me some Karen Johnson cooking. Like I said, the cowboy cookies that she has, they are vegan and I think gluten free, but you won't notice because the flavor is just it's a it's a flavor TKO. Now it sounds like a commercial because Karen knows Karen got some bacon going on there. She does some baking. Man, is she good. When it comes to baking, what is the other bakery that do we have another bakery still? We did have, it should be this should be the midway giveaway trivia question, but we did have, we had, Primrose. That was, where Aroma is now, and they were fantastic. Viv says, nostalgia time. My aunt and uncle used to own the Winchell's Donut Shop. They used to be on Castro Valley Boulevard by the flower shop. First place they took me after I was born in the old Eden Hospital. Viv, so probably you know Rudy Gatto, who moved on to Rudy's Donuts. So Viv, thank you for that bit of nostalgia. I appreciate that because I've never actually seen pictures of that location. It was my understanding that it was near the flower shop, and I did know that was Rudy Gatto's first place before he opened Rudy's Donuts. So Viv, if you have any historical photos of that Winchell's Donut Shop, please email them to me, castrovalleytelevision@gmail.com, or feel free to send me an inbox message if you have any photos of that location, or just any historical photos of Castro Valley. I would love to see them. Anybody listening, if you have historical photos of Castro Valley, I would love to see them. I would love to share them. You may not be aware of it, but you are now. We have a sister page, which is the Castro Valley history page, We typically share some history there, and then we share it on our page. We have another sister page, which is The Beauty of Castro Valley, California. It was started by a wonderful lady named Nancy. She moved to a different location. She was looking for an admin, and I volunteered to do that. That page is also a lot of beautiful pages of, like today, there were a ton of pictures of the amazing sunset. There are other, as you can imagine, wonderful photos of Lake Chabot. You get the picture. Literally. Sorry. No pun intended. There you go. Ross mentioned Seven Hills Bakery in the marketplace. They are rocking it as well. Barbara, thank you. Yes. If and when you do go see Karen Johnson, thank you for letting her know that I sent you. Jeez. And also, Viv, good evening to you, and thank you for sharing that bit of information. I love it. I love hearing history stuff from Castro Valley. And let's see. I'm just checking the comments to see if I've missed anyone in the roll call. It looks like we don't have a moderator tonight, which is okay. We can do this on our own. Sorry for the silence there. I'm just kind of looking through the comments to see if our regulars are here. We're missing Bob. Bob might be at a game. We are missing Kim. Kim's not in the house. But Ross is here. I mean, we've got a lot of the awesome regulars here. If you're listening and you want a shout out, definitely just post up a comment and I'll give you a shout out. The Midway giveaway is coming up. Also, one of the things that we do during the show is halfway through the show, we give away a gift certificate, gift card to a local business. This week it is One Bad Apple Records. $20 to One Bad Apple Records. If you don't know where they are at, where One Bad Apple Records is, you're in for a treat because 2576 Castro Valley Boulevard, right across from Pete's Ace Hardware. I'll give you that. I'm going to give you a close up. The camera just nailed it. Just completely focused in on that. I love it. And I wanted to give you guys an update. And let me give me 1 second. Okay. I just wanted to text him right now, let him know that I was going to be singing his praises right now. Don, who owns One Bad Apple Records on Castro Valley Boulevard, Don, number one, just being an awesome person. Oh, Viv says, was sad to see the old hospital knockdown. Do you remember AC Flea Market? Viv, do I ever remember AC Flea Market? There are numerous shows where I go off on complete tangents about the AC Flea Market and how awesome it was. Foothill near, 1 street up above Foothill on Grove. The side street is escaping me right now. It was the most amazing flea market that I can remember. I mean, the Oakland flea market was pretty cool back in the day when it first started, but the AC flea market was amazing. There was indoor stuff. You could buy just about anything you were looking for at the AC flea market, and I'm hoping someone listening will definitely forward us the street. It wasn't Knox. Was it Knox? Barbara says, I lived at the other Oak Street. There you go. I speak and you guys deliver. Thank you. Judy says she went to the AC flea market every weekend. Randall's in the house, and I know Randall knows Randall knows about the AC flea market. Anything that you were looking for? Viv mentions yes, they built the freeway over it now, and some condominiums. Mesa Verde is above where AC Flea Market used to be. AC Flea Market. Whatever you were looking for, AC Flea Market had it. If you were looking for guns, they had them. If you were looking for plants, they had them. If you were looking for bootleg 8-tracks, AC Flea Market had it. AC Flea Market, as you can tell, I have a couple tattoos. AC Flea Market was the very first place that I ever saw anyone getting a tattoo. In the inside area of the AC Flea Market. And it was a very, very large guy. I was with my dad, so I was a wee lad with my dad. That rhymes. I'm sorry. And this guy, he was just getting his chest just drilled by this tattoo artist. And I'm guessing this gentleman had to have been inebriated because he was bleeding so much. And one of the things that happens is if you're getting tattooed and you're drunk, it increases the blood flow, so you're going to bleed a whole lot more. And there you go. Viv says, free puppies and kittens. I remember that happening there too. Oh, wow. This is so cool. What's really, really odd is a friend of a friend was the bootleg 8-track vendor. I'm not going to mention names, but there was a conversation happening a while back where we were talking about the AC flea market, and this person goes, my husband used to sell the bootleg 8-tracks there. So yeah, I think the coolest thing about the AC flea market for me, because I'm a picker when it comes to just stuff, at the end of the AC flea market, when all the vendors left, they left whatever didn't sell. And it was kind of, it was okay for people to just go pick and scrounge. And my dad, my brother, and I would go and find all sorts of treasures that were left behind. Laura says, is the internet breaking up? Is it just you? This kind of happens intermittently when it comes to the live streams. You might want to close all of the windows on your computer to enhance the stream here. But it could be, it's normally something that's on Facebook's end. But again, I apologize. It's not intentional on our end. But if you close out your other windows and other browsers, it might help. Also, if you restart the stream in Facebook, that might help as well. So I apologize again. With that said, thank you, Viv and Barbara, for bringing up some, and also Randall for bringing up some wonderful memories of the AC flea market. My mom's listening. I know she remembers the AC flea market too, but it was just, they had everything. They literally had everything. There was a booth that had army fatigues and camouflage stuff and helmets and ammo boxes. And there was good evening, Maureen. I hope you're doing well. I hope your holiday season is wonderful. And also, yes, there was the pet shop that was inside, and all sorts of animals. And there was the guy with the weapons who had guns and switchblades and butterfly knives and all sorts of fun stuff. And boxes upon boxes upon boxes of Playboys, many of which were left behind unsold and picked up by young men who... Anyways, that's a different story. That's for a different episode, for the After Hours episode, maybe, perhaps. With that said, the Midway giveaway is, the gift certificate is to One Bad Apple Records. I completely got sidetracked, but it's okay because I love talking about the AC flea market and all the wonderful things that were there. Viv says, love the pet shop. Pets... stacked floor to ceiling in the pet shop there. AC Flea Market was just amazing, incredible, and so much fun. So yes, getting back to One Bad Apple, I had the pleasure of going and seeing Don at One Bad Apple. And for those who are regulars of the show, from the very first episode that we did the live show, when we started, we were audio only. There was no camera. I had duct tape over the camera, and I was bashful. Still am. Still not very comfortable with being on camera, but it makes the show so much better. I don't really think that I'm on camera. I'm just kind of focusing on the comments and keeping my train of thought steady and on task, which hardly ever happens, as you guys know. But I did have the pleasure of going and seeing Don and talking to him. He's doing great. He's healthy. The shop is doing very well. He did mention that he would be coming back to the show soon. Don is busy. Don's living his life, taking care of his family, taking care of his business. And I've known Don for tons and tons and tons of years, probably over 20 years. Don's a great guy. He's got a lot of heart. He cares about the community. He cares about a lot of social issues. That's just on a personal level. Don's a sweetheart. He's a gentleman who is a gentleman. I know I say that often. But Don, if you're listening, I love you, man. It was good to see you the other day. And comment and come back to the show whenever you're ready. Like I said, Don's coming back, so it's just a matter of when he's ready to do so. So with that said, the midway giveaway is the trivia question midway through the show, and we're like a few minutes shy of that. And like I said, $20 to One Bad Apple Records. It will be money well spent. Don's got he's got vinyl, of course. He's got some CDs. He's got he's got just music memorabilia in abundance, and it's a really cool shop. And he's a really cool guy. $20. Bonnie says, I remember the flea market stadium drive-in. That was Coliseum. The Coliseum flea market when it started in when I started going in the 80s. It was very different from what it is now. I'm sure there's other people who remember even further back that flea market. The Coliseum flea market when I went was like a gigantic garage sale, just like the AC flea market was as well. It seems like the Coliseum flea market has changed a great deal. There's a lot of people with, it kind of looks like there's like a little dollar store happening. It's like it's less of a garage sale type thing. It's more, which is, it's totally useful for a lot of people, but it's very, very, there you go. Good evening, Bob. Bob says, Bob is at the Shark Tank. Traffic to San Jose was extreme today. Bob, I hope you're doing well. Hope your holiday season is wonderful. I hope you are driving safe and staying safe at the Shark Tank. Go Sharks. I was almost going to stick this to my forehead. Oops. Yeah, the Coliseum flea market, it is not what it used to be. There also the Laney College flea market. I haven't been in a while. But anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. All the other flea markets. Chabot flea market was a good one too. Like I said, I'm a picker, so I would be out checking the garage sales and the flea markets with my uncle just about every weekend. And Viv says there was also a really neat pet shop across the street from Pee Wee Golf. Yes. So the midway giveaway, $20 to One Bad Apple Records. So the first person to text the correct answer to 510-331-9112 wins the $20 gift certificate to One Bad Apple. Don, if you're listening, comment, come back to the show. We love you. We miss you. So related to One Bad Apple Records in kind of an indirect way, tonight's midway giveaway trivia question is, and please, you have to text the correct answer to 510-331-9112 to win. Again, you have to text 510-331-9112. What was the name of the record store CD shop in the village? I think it was late 90s, early 2000s. What was the name of the record/CD shop in the village? 510-331-9112. The first person to text the correct answer wins $20 to One Bad Apple. Some love to Val's. So Viv is saying there were 2 drive-ins back-to-back where Bayfair Mall was. Good history. But since we were doing the midway giveaway, what was the name of the record CD shop in the village? I think it was, like I said, late 1990s, early 2000s. 510-331-9112 is the number to send your answers to. 510-331-9112. What was the name of the record/CD shop in the village? We have no guesses. Is this one too difficult, guys? Viv has a guess of the warehouse. Not sure of that one. No. But that is a good guess. That is a very good guess. So, once upon a time, around the corner from Starbucks. Gina says I used to go in there all the time. So Gina, if you know the answer, text it in to 510-331-9112. And Gina says she doesn't know the name. Bonnie is guessing Rasputin's. No, Rasputin's was in San Lorenzo. And Hacienda Plaza, I worked there. I worked there a ton of records. Wow, this is before my time. Bob says Rainbow Records used to be in the Adobe Center. Wow, that's way before my time. Thank you for that bit of history, Bob. If you're guessing, you have to text it in 510-331-9112. You have to text it in. Kelly Life says Amoeba. No, sir. 510-331-9112. You got to text in the answer to win. If you post on the thread, it does not count. So 510-331-9112. And lots of good guesses. Someone has it right. We have a winner. The correct answer was the music company. So we have a winner. The winner, the answer is the music company, owned by Mr. Mel Speed, who is the man. Gina was close. Gina guessed Music Unlimited, and the answer was the music company. I'm trying to get the name of the winner for you guys. So yes. Yes, the music company was the record/CD shop in the village way back in the day. The music company. Music company is still in existence. Right on, Corey. Congratulations. Corey is the winner. And I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag because Corey had posted the correct answer in the thread, and I didn't want to say correct answers there because there's a lot of times people see the answer and they get it. So congratulations, Corey. I will send your $20 gift card to One Bad Apple Records off Monday because tomorrow is Sunday and there's no mail tomorrow. But anyways, thank you guys for that. Let me look at the list. And good evening to Corey. I hope you're doing well. And giving people shout outs here. Good evening to Gina as well. I think I missed you in the roll call. I didn't give you a shout out. If you're listening, what we do is throughout the entire show. I mean, we start the show with Cali Life. Yeah, Cali Life says I still need to win after a year. You know what, Cali Life, you did win a sticker, so you are a winner. Technically, you are a winner because I sent you a sticker. I think it was you that I sent a sticker to for mentioning the one time I was wearing the cruise night thing. You're welcome, Corey. Absolutely. Cali Life. I'm pretty sure it was you I sent the sticker to. If not, I'll send you the Star Wars sticker, but I'm pretty sure I did. Right. Sorry. I'm thinking of 12 things at once, and I apologize. I wanted to read something for you guys. I do have... Oh, let me stop and let me just mention something. This is awesome. Our office / headquarters, the Castro Valley News headquarters, has been on Foothill for a bunch of years, tons of years. So it's on Foothill past John Drive. So if you go past Three Cross Church and you're heading towards San Leandro, like where Terrace Market is, but you're on Foothill, kind of parallel to the freeway. Picture in your mind Foothill past John Drive heading over to San Leandro. The street, Foothill, has been bad for years. I am not joking. There have been cracks in Foothill that are like inches wide, just nasty. And okay, yeah, Cali Life, he did for sure get a sticker because you know what, Cali Life, you're a winner. You won. You got the sticker. But yes, it's been a while since you've been in the running for the Midway giveaway, but you've not been the Midway giveaway winner, but you will. I sense it. It might be next week. It could be, it might be Tuesday. It might be next Saturday, but you'll get it. So getting back to Foothill, this past week, I kind of gave up hope that the road was ever going to be improved upon. They did come out here, I think, a month ago, and they did that thing where they cut out parts of the road and put new asphalt in there, which I don't understand because they just picked like a quarter block of an area that was terrible. You know, they came out, cut it, dug it out, repaved it. It was great. It was definitely a spot on Foothill near here that looked terrible. However, fortune shined down upon Foothill, and in the past week, crews came out, tore up Foothill, all the way from, I think, where 7-Eleven is down over here. And yes, Meredith, you are completely right. It's double the chance to win now because there's 2 shows a week on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Thank you, Meredith. You are awesome. You're amazing. You're remarkable. You're fantastic. You know that. So Foothill. Oh my goodness. It was amazing. Foothill was completely redone from John Drive and where Three Cross is, where it turns up to near the back end of the church, all the way to like 7-Eleven. That's one. Is that 173rd up there? Anyways, Foothill has been terrible for months. It seems every time it rains, the those cracks in Foothill seem to get wider and wider and wider. And thank you, Alameda County Public Works. Thank you, Alameda County, for coming out and redoing this stretch of Foothill. It's been terrible for a long time. Right over by our gate, there was a dip where if people were going fast, they would jump. And sometimes, I mean, Foothill tends to be kind of a raceway for a lot of people. There were people who would just get air off that jump, and I would hear cars slam. And oh, wait a minute, Janella's in the house. Good evening, Janella. Thank you for the 50 stars. I appreciate that. Let's see. And yes, happy Saturday to you as well, Janella. Janella is with Century 21 on Redwood. I'm pointing in probably the wrong direction. I'm just pointing because it's fun and it's silly. But thank you for the 50 stars, Janella. You are awesome. If you're not familiar with Janella, she does real estate. She cares about the community. She does tons of stuff with the Chamber of Commerce and a lot of things behind the scenes to bring awesome things to our town. Thank you, Janella. I appreciate your support. And also, good evening, Meredith. I don't know if I gave you a shout out, but I'm going to give you another shout out. Good evening, Meredith. Foothill is completely redone. It's amazing. It's remarkable. I just wanted to give a shout out to Alameda County Public Works, who probably, pushed this through, because there have been numerous times where I have actually contacted Public Works asking when our hang on, I got a text here. I'm just checking it out. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading a comment there. Yes, Foothill. Thank you, Alameda County Public Works, for redoing Foothill, this stretch of Foothill. It goes all the way down to the bend by Three Cross. I gave the geographic information probably 4 or 5 times. You're probably sorry and tired of hearing it. It's an amazing difference to get a new road. It's remarkable. Bonnie says, I usually went over the hill on Miramar. So if you're coming down, Miramar, that area too. Foothill does not get as much love as it should. And Foothill's super long. Foothill goes all the way over to Eden Township, which is in San Leandro. And unfortunately, this stretch of Foothill seems to be the target for people doing illegal dumping. In the area where they're doing construction down closer to the church, there's a lot of things that are construction storage. Some of their materials are there. Unfortunately, it seems like there's some landscaping crews that feel like they should throw their I think it's gunny sack material that is used to wrap up a lot of the tree and shrubbage and whatever greenery that's stuff that's trimmed. That stuff's getting dumped over on Foothill. There's a lot of people who, and this is so frustrating, it seems like there's construction crews that will throw big bundles of drywall out there and water heaters, and then when you go further down heading towards Terrace Market, the medians are where a lot of trash is put and rubbish. So I mean, I get that we're kind of like a transitory area for people leaving Castro Valley, going to San Leandro or whatever. But if you're listening, we're not your trash can. The window of your car is not the trash can. You can leave whatever garbage you have in your back seat until you find a legit trash can. And I sound like such a, I sound like I should be waving my fingers, but it seems like people just throw stuff out the window so casually and so capriciously and so carelessly, and it's blight in the neighborhood. And I'm gonna step off my soapbox. Just keep Castro Valley beautiful, and find a legit trash can and put your stuff in there. Bonnie says she's gonna come look. That's horrible. Barbara says we need to set up cameras. I'm just trying to catch up with the comments here. Bob says turning left onto John Drive from the Stanford Medical Building is a challenge. Yes. I went down on my bicycle today and I saw some people trying to pull out of that driveway from the new medical center, Stanford thing that used to be the Valley Truck Center. That driveway's nutty. Be patient, and if people are pulling out, just let them go. And we could talk about people driving in Castro Valley. That's actually on the list, and I got a bone to pick with people in the intersection of Santa Maria and Somerset. Let's get to that in a second. You see how my tone changed? I'm cheesed. I'm really cheesed. Anyways, I want to thank tonight's sponsor for the Midway giveaway. I should have done this. I should have said this before. But tonight's sponsor for... There you go, Cali Life. I appreciate it. Don't throw your cigarette butts out of the car windows. It can cause a fire. You can also get a big fine for that. Ross said the developers for the medical building on John Drive handed a bag of money for a traffic study and never heard the results, though. I'm trying to remember the meeting for that. I think... let me come back to that, Ross. I think you're partially right. But it stands to reason what was on that site. There were two buildings. There was the truck place, and then there was another little party building. And as a little note of history, the party building that was there, Cliff Burton worked there a bunch of years ago. Wait a minute, I'm going to unhide this. Bunny says, I'm too young to remember the Native American in the commercial who saw trash and shed a tear. I do remember that. I don't remember seeing it firsthand, but I've seen the commercial and I've heard about it. Yes, Ross said a bag of money went to the county. Vicky is in the house. Good evening, Vicky. Vicky, it's good to see you. We need to catch up sometime. You're one of those people that I'm happy to see you, Vicky. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. I'll give you a virtual hug, Vicky. You're an awesome person. I hope you're doing well. Talking about that Stanford building. And I think Ross definitely has a point. I think there should have been a better traffic study. I think the building is really, really huge. When it comes to parking, I'm not sure if the parking is... It's a terrible drive-through. It's a terrible driveway. But getting back to the Midway giveaway, I want to thank tonight's sponsor. They sponsored the Midway giveaway, made it happen. That's forester.org. They are a local nonprofit with a mission to reforest urban communities. You can learn more at their website. It's Forester, FORESTR.org. Thank you, Forester. I say this every time because they sponsor a lot of shows. Forester are the nonprofit organization, and they're the folks that you see... Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Forester are the folks that you see in the on and off ramps picking up trash. We're on the topic of trash. No shortage of trash. Thank you, Forester, for all you do in the community. Vicky, love to see your face here too. Yes, Bonnie says the party store went there, now Stanford Medical. I'll say it again. Little tasty bit of local trivia. The party store that was located where the Stanford Medical is now. Cliff Burton worked there when he was at Castro Valley High. Cliff Burton. Castro Valley's own Cliff Burton. So, you notice my tone change. I'm sorry. Can we talk about people doing this stoptional nonsense at Santa Maria and Somerset? It's a four-way stop. There's 4 stop signs when you approach that intersection at Santa Maria and Somerset. It's right down the street from the high school. It's right down the street from the village. Stop. It's not a California roll, which, I was out there the other day. I was in a car approaching that intersection. And even when you approach the intersection, because we were going this way on Santa Maria, coming from the boulevard, I do so much pointing during the show. What is going on? Some cars don't even stop there. They don't even roll. They don't even slow down. Randall says that when it comes to the Stanford building, the traffic study would most likely have been presented at the Castro Valley MAC as part of the planning process. Randall's right. I didn't want to speak out of turn and completely put my foot in my mouth because I really don't remember the meetings when it came to that Stanford building. I honestly don't remember if there was a traffic study. Randall, between you and I, let's do some homework and see if there was a traffic study for that. It seems like the parking is probably adequate. Bob says the parking is okay. The doctors, the exit light could use a control. Whoa, that would have been so cost prohibitive to that project. It probably would never have happened if they were going to do a signal light there. But I don't want to speak out of turn. It's a beautiful building. The owners of that property did what they saw fit to go ahead and develop it as a medical building. It doesn't make that driveway any more safer. Barbara says she avoids that intersection as much as possible. She definitely knows what we're talking about. If you have to go to that building, stay safe. Bob mentions that his doctors there, his doctors are there. So there you go. Bob, hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Wait. The show stops. The show stops because Don at One Bad Apple is in the house. Don, we just gave away your gift card to Corey. And Don, I love you. Welcome back to the show. I had to stop the show because I'm going to mark on my calendar December 11th because that was the return of Don to our show. And I feel the love. I feel the love. Love you, Don. Welcome back. So getting back to people driving on Santa Maria and Somerset. It's frustrating to see because there are people who don't even hit the brakes. It's just kind of a foot off the gas, roll, boom. I saw 2 of those. I saw the California roll, which is when you kind of slow down and you kind of tap the brake a little bit. You don't stop, but you're still going. Guys, Somerset and Santa Maria, it's a stop. It's a 4-way stop. I'm griping now. I'm sorry. I'm belly aching. It's terrible. Santa Maria and Somerset, it's a 4-way stop. Stop. Don't keep rolling, because that, especially during school times, that intersection's so busy, and there's so many people who are walking from some of the side streets to the village to go kind of cruise around. There's a lot of foot traffic, people going to the post office. There's Oh, Cali Life, you just made my night. There you go. Said STOP stands for slightly tap on the brakes. That's what they do. Some people don't even stop. Some people just roll right through. I'm gonna reach out to CHP and see if we could maybe film some enforcement there and see what can happen during some of the peak hours. And also, oh no, I'm sorry if I completely bellyached there. It took. I was taken aback to and yes, Maureen. Good evening, Maureen. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. It's all directions. It's not just coming from this. It's all directions. It's just it's stoptional. It's stoptional, but it's a stop sign. You got to stop. I don't know. It's just frustrating because there's so many kids on bikes. There's so many people walking around, going to the village, coming back from the village, going to the post office, hitting the side streets. Maybe even people just walking to the ice creamery. That's another intersection that's tough. Walking from the village across the street to the ice creamery. Sorry. Don. God. Don. You know what, Don? Don, I love Don. I love Don at One Bad Apple because he brings so much to the show. I love it. I love it. Don was the originator when the first shows dropped. There was a period where I was nervous. There you go. Bob says he has seen CHP doing stops there. I'm gonna reach out to my CHP contacts, and I'm going to see if we could go out there and do some if we could do some filming, and maybe see if there's some enforcement that can be filmed out there. But Don, I'm so glad you're back at the show. Getting back to what I was trying to say, and I completely got sidetracked. During the first few episodes of the show, there were a lot of periods where I was uncomfortable with what I was saying. I still kind of go through that. But there were a lot of times where I would go, and Don had the idea of taking a shot every time I did which was awesome. Thank you, Don. Don made those, boy, I'm going to tell you, those early shows were rough because, like I said, I was just trying to figure out how to keep the flow going and how to, honestly, as the show has evolved. And I want to thank you guys for your patience because totally those early shows were rough. They were harsh. There was somebody who actually said, "Don't quit your day job," which, hey, you know what? Sometimes some of the best critiques are honest ones, and sometimes they're not pleasing to our ears. But to be honest with you, I needed to hear those things so that I could put my nose to the grindstone and think of ways to make the show better. And a lot of those things are definitely the midway giveaway. Those are fun. There are other things that I've done to make the show better in Bob mentioned one right there, the Sean Connery voice. Doing voices. Yes, Cali Life, criticism is art. And I'm just super happy that Don's back because he's number one, he's one of my favorite people. And number two, he's one of he's brought so much to the show. Bob as well. I can't push Don up and not push Bob up as well. You guys have made the show awesome, and I appreciate your support. I'm just beside myself that Don's back. I love Don. I love Bob. I love so many folks that are regulars here. You guys make the show amazing, and it's been about an hour, so I guess I'll call it a show, but I want to close the show again. Thank you guys for making the show amazing. Without you guys, Castro Valley News is nothing. You guys are the Don says push Bob up. I'm pushing him up. I'm pushing Bob up. I love Bob. Bob is awesome. Don, you are awesome as well. Welcome back. It's been a minute. There you go. Don says he made it. I love you, Don. It was a pleasure seeing you this week, and hopefully I'll see you more often than not just on the show, but in person. And you guys are awesome. If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't have made that huge step from going to just audio only to video. And now we've made the step. We're doing it 2 nights a week. If this show grows and is successful and people continue to like it, we'll do it more nights a week. It'll make me better, being the conduit of your awesomeness, and it'll be a better opportunity for us to meet again, because I think the show does a couple things. I think the most important thing that the show does is it allows us to meet in a common place where we can talk about things that are on our minds, which enhances the community. It also allows us, just like Maureen says, she said, thank you for the compliment, Maureen. She says she loves the show and the casual atmosphere. I like that it's casual as well. It's not formal. It allows us to be humorous with each other, to sometimes make light of ourselves, and to maybe add a little humor to the seriousness of the day and the seriousness that surrounds us all the time. I think it's wonderful for us to be able to laugh and enjoy some smiles and some humor, because we all know there's no shortage of serious things that are happening around us. And there's definitely, we need to talk about those serious things, but also we need to be able to, that's why I miss Don. Don says he just took his shirt off. See, Don brings that amazing humor and love to the show. And I think it's definitely, it's been missed a lot, and I appreciate your back, Don. But you guys bring so much to the show, and I can't say it enough. Without you guys, there's nothing here, and it's amazing. So we're doing this 2 nights a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. 7:30 is always the midway giveaway. It's an awesome opportunity for me to show some love to local businesses, because I do purchase the gift cards. It's something that I love to do. It allows me to see our merchants on a more regular basis, and again, give them some money because they support me. They support Castro Valley News. If you are a business and you want to sponsor the midway giveaway, just shoot me a text, 510-331-9112, or send me a message through the page, and we'll make it happen. I would love to work with you and help promote your business. That is the show. I am awash in the glow of the presence of Don. Don says group hug. Here we go. It's a group hug. I am also super, super pleased that Vicky came on the show. I am beside myself with joy that Meredith was on the show, and Meredith commented. You guys are awesome. My name is Robert. I will see you again Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, where we do this show again. And as always, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys do well during the storm and this cold weather. And as always, guys, one last thing. I know there's a lot of people who are going to be doing some Christmas shopping. Consider shopping local first. Go to One Bad Apple. Go to Pete's Ace Hardware. Go to Aaron's Art Studio. Shop local first, and in between your shopping, go grab a bite to eat at JP's. Check out Doug's Place. Check out Norman's Grill. Get a bite to eat over at Del Cafe. If you're going to spend some money, get a gift card from Pete's Ace Hardware. 95 years in the making. Uh, uh, there's so many awesome places to shop. The Macaron Bakery in the Village, they just opened. They're killing it. There's so many places in Castro Valley that are worthy and awesome of your money. And we need to spend and shop local so that we can make sure that that robust, rich business community we have survives. Thank you, Maureen, for the 50 stars. You are awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you again, Maureen. You are awesome. Don says Doug's has the best omelets. Yes, Doug's is awesome. Cali Life says rigatoni's. Yes. Any place that you can shop local is a win. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you Tuesday. Thank you.